It's weird watching these films about these creatures called the Cenobites, because I always thought the Cenobites were that dessert item on the Taco Bell menu. Am I wrong about that? Hellraiser, released in 2022 and is directed by David Bruckner, who has also directed such films like The Signal, VHS, Southbound, and The Ritual. And this movie is starring Odessa Azion, Jamie Clayton, Adam Faison, Drew Starkey, Brandon Flynn, Aoife Hines, Jason Lyles, Goran Visnik, and Hiam Abbas. And the reason why we're talking about Hellraiser from 2022 today is because it was a PayPal recommendation and donation from one of my contributors and supporters of this channel, Dr. Camp. You are on a roll with recommending a whole bunch of horrific Halloween films for me this year. Thank you very much. If any of you out there also want to be like Dr. Camp and help support me and contribute to this channel, you can select the QR code that is in the bottom left of your screen right now. Send over your donation with your movie recommendation. Any size donation will do. And if I have access to it, I will watch it, review it, and give you a little shout out, just like what I did with Dr. Camp here. And this is the 2022 remake of the original from 1987 that I actually just reviewed on this channel, thanks to Dr. Camp also recommending that one. I'm pretty sure you recommended this one because you want me to compare and contrast between those two films. So just right off the bat here, I will say that I'm pretty sure I prefer this film to the original. This one seemed a lot cleaner, a lot more crisp, and I like the background of these characters more so than the campy 80s acting that we got in the 1987 version. Riley is a recovering drug addict that always seems to be relapsing. And one night, looking to get a fix and a score, she and her boyfriend break into a storage facility and steal the contents of a safe that they were breaking into, which appears to only be this small, tiny puzzle box. But we soon learn that whoever is playing with the puzzle box and is stabbed by the puzzle box is selected as a victim and the next candidate to experience the pleasure of the Cenobites. So now Riley's going on a mission to save the people that she's lost already and to make sure the Cenobites never come back to Earth again. Yeah, Riley, you can do it. Go! Now, I did say that I do prefer this one to the original Hellraiser movie. Please know that that doesn't mean that I think that this movie is spectacular in any way. I don't think it is. I think this is a very average run-of-the-mill horror film that, with the updated technology and the updated prosthetics and everything that we've come so far since 1987 in terms of how to display horror and gore on screen. So the horrific elements that I saw on screen, I think, are a big improvement here. And I enjoy this character of Riley, having her be a drug addict trying to recover but is constantly just relapsing, going with the wrong crowd, or just if she feels stressed out or if she doesn't know what to do, she turns to those drugs, pops them in, and then all of the crazy Cenobite shit goes down, causing other people to not believe her because, you know, she's constantly on drugs, right? We can't really believe her. It's probably a hallucination. It causes a lot of great moments where you can tell that she is seeing what she's seeing and she's just trying to convince her friends, her brother, that what she is saying is the truth. It does get to a point, though, where the script and those moments get very repetitive. Okay, so she gets high or she gets her fix in, and all of a sudden someone is stabbed by the little box, and then she sees the Cenobites, which I swear to God, again, is an item on the Taco Bell menu, but then they kill that person, and then Riley comes out of her coma or her drug dream or whatever, and is trying to convince the police, or is trying to convince her friends that no, so-and-so, she died because of demons and stuff. And then it happens again, and she's trying to convince the friends who are remaining after that one that no, it was the people with the pins and the nipple clamps and them twisting the nipples. And it just kept happening over and over and over again. Like, yes, we know everything, okay. So I enjoy this character to a point. When it gets to the script, it gets a little repetitive. And I know when this film was announced and then when they were shooting it, they said that Jamie Clayton was playing Pinhead, the main Hellraiser. I feel like I've been saying Hellblazer when I've been reviewing these movies, and I'm not going to go back and edit it because it's really hard for me. But she plays the main Hellraiser as opposed to the male actor who played him in the first 10 films of this franchise. To me, it doesn't really matter what the gender of that person is, because it's just this figure. It's this supernatural figure that comes in, whether it's a woman or a man, however they identify themselves, it doesn't matter. So all the controversy that surrounded this movie when it was coming out, people were like, oh, there's another male character that they're turning into a woman. Like, shut the fuck up. It doesn't matter. The delicious Cinnabites at Taco Bell know no gender bounds. I do like that she gets more screen time in here than in the original Hellblazer movie with the original Pinhead. I swear, he was only on screen for like 5 minutes. Here, she actually has some monologue. She has some dialogue that she says to Riley, and we get a sense of the plan of what they're looking for. Like, this box is not just a box like in the original franchise where you twist it and then they show up. This box goes through stages, I guess. The first victim is like for power, and then the second one is for lust, and then the third one's for resurrection or whatever. I know I got those wrong, but you get the idea. Like, it claims certain amount of victims before like the ultimate prize from the puzzle box is revealed. And again, that revelation is just ultimate torture and pain, because we all need that in our lives. We want sensations that we just can't describe, that we can't have here on Earth. But we get Pinhead giving Riley an ultimatum in here so that she can actually go on a journey, and that she's going along, she's doing things for a purpose and for a cause, as opposed to the original one where it's kind of just like, my uncle's coming back, what's going on, guys? This movie does make the Cinnabites, again, Taco Bell menu, but it makes the Cinnabites seem out to be little bitches, basically. In the first one, the Cinnabites couldn't show up unless the puzzle box was, like, twisted and not complete. And then they would show up with their scorpion monster, and then the people with the mouths pulled back or whatever. Here, like, the thing will stab you, and then they will show up. But if you have, like, big iron bars around your house, they don't know how to operate those, or they can't come in to the house for some reason. The big climax happens in this big mansion that this owner is obsessed with getting this box and getting an audience with the Cenobites. Again, Taco Bell menu. But he also wants to control them once they come in, so he's fenced in his entire house with just these iron bars. Like, how does that block them out? They're supernatural beings that can have chains come out from here and there, but apparently they can't do that through an iron gate for some reason. I don't know. It makes them out to be pretty lame, in my opinion. Overall, though, I do think that this rendition of Hellraiser is an improvement on the original. I don't think it's fantastic. I don't think it's great, but I do enjoy the characters more. I enjoy the story more. I enjoy the pace more. One of the biggest gripes I had with the film, though, is that it's very dark. Like, I had the brightness on my TV turned up as high as I could possibly go because I couldn't see anything. There are scenes where they're in their van and they're driving at night through the woods and they're getting lost. I just couldn't see anything on screen. Like, who are we focusing on and what's happening? Maybe it's just my TV. I don't know. Ever since I got that Samsung 4K TV, it just has not been as great as my Roku before that one, like, the picture died or whatever, or like it was fading in some spots. So maybe that's on me, maybe it's my TV, I don't know, but from my viewing experience, it was very, very dark, and if I can't see anything, you know, it's not much of a movie if I can't see what's happening on screen. But other than that, again, I think this is an improvement on the original, and I think it's definitely worth a watch for you to decide for yourself whether you like this one more than the original, like me. I'm going to give Hellraiser from 2022 2.5 out of 5 Blu-rays.
I found that if you have a goal, that you might not reach it. But if you don't have one, then you are never disappointed. And I gotta tell you, it feels phenomenal.
So guys, if you've seen Hellraiser, what did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across it because of this video, then comment below and let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell so you'll know the next time I release my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.